If there's a packet of donuts in our house, they don't last very long. Everyone here enjoys a sticky treat. Now I know you can get donuts that don't have a hole, but for me the iconic image of a donut definitely has a hole in its middle. Now there are lots of things that we might be missing at the moment. Things that are maybe leaving a bit of a hole in our lives. Maybe we're missing school or work, friends or family, teachers or colleagues that we haven't seen for a long time. Maybe we're missing our favourite place or things we like doing that we can't at the moment. Lots of things seem to be slowly getting back to some kind of normal, and yet for many of us there is very little normal about how things are in our day-to-day lives still, especially if we're not yet able to go back to school. Now you could have a go at making donuts at home if you like, but I've also found a recipe for these fun biscuits, and when you make them they have a hole in the middle too, but when you bring them out of the oven that hole is filled with a colourful, almost see-through middle instead. Now to make them you'll need 175 grams of butter, 225 grams of flour, 75 grams of sugar, a teaspoon of vanilla essence and an egg. And if you just rub the butter and flour together till it looks like breadcrumbs, add the sugar and then add the egg and the vanilla slowly so that you end up with a dough. Now when you've got your dough, you can roll it out, put some flour on your surface so it doesn't stick, and then roll it out till it's about the same thickness as a £1 coin. And when you've done that, you can cut biscuits out in any shape that you like. I'll just use some circle cutters here, and you're going to need one cutter that's big and one cutter that's much smaller. If you haven't got a smaller cutter, you can just use a knife to cut out the middle. So we're going to cut out one of the big circles and then use the little circle to cut out the middle, so you end up with a ring-shaped biscuit that you can put on your baking sheet and a little bit that you've found in the middle. Now you can keep doing that till you've used up all your biscuit dough, and you can either bake the little bit separately or you can mash those up and make them into other biscuits as well. Then what you need to do is get some boiled sweets, so any kind of really hard sweets, the sort that you normally have to suck, and you need to break them up into little pieces. I don't know if you can see here, I used a rolling pin and put these inside a plastic bag and broke them into small pieces. And then you take some of those small pieces and you fill the whole of your biscuit with some of those, not too many, otherwise they'll go over the edge, so that you've got your biscuit on your tray ready to bake with the sweets broken up in the middle. And then you just pop it into the oven at about 180 degrees for about 15 minutes. And then leave it for a few moments on the tray, but not too long, and then slide it off and pop it somewhere to cool. And you should find that when you hold it up to the light, you can see a little bit through, and whatever colour sweets you've used, that will be the colour of the middle of the biscuit. I wonder how we could fill the holes that we maybe feel are in our lives at the moment because of everything that's going on. At the beginning of the pandemic, it maybe felt quite novel to pick up the phone to friends or family we were missing, even to write a letter or an email, to go for a walk and do different things because we maybe had a bit more time to do so. I don't know about you, but as the weeks have gone on, I find it can be harder to get round to doing those things and easier to feel fed up. It can be hard to hear a friend starting back at school if we're not able to, and hard not to see people because they're too far away, even if we're now allowed to. My prayer for you this week is that you would not feel like there are too many holes, but that you would find friendships, activities and fun moments to fill them. That just like these biscuits, the holes that we might be feeling in our day-to-day lives at this time could be filled with colourful things, things that make us and others smile. What things could you do this week to brighten up your day? What could you do to brighten up somebody else's day? We'd love to hear your ideas, so please do share them with us on our Facebook page or drop us an email. Despite the government's announcements this week about churches reopening, it will be a long time before we're able to have Tuesdays together at church again. But in the meantime, we are still here and we'll continue making these videos. And if there is anything we can do to help you or support you or anyone you know, then please do get in touch. Take care.